こんにちは。元テスラ社員で経営コンサルタントのバート千草です。今日のムンローライブスペシャル日本語版はですね、このベトナムの新鋭 EV メーカーVINFASTを今日はバートの解説付きでお届けします。
We're standing in front of the VF8. We've talked a little bit about how the ride and drive works and whatnot, but this is our first time to actually get a chance to look at gaps and flushness and things like that.
今見ていただいたようにサンディ本人がベトナムまで行ってその現地でVINFASTのお披露目会に参加してきました。その現地からのレポートです。
I've had a chance to go over this a little bit. I found absolutely nothing wrong with this vehicle. I realize that these are pre-production, but at the end of the day, the gaps are fabulous. Everything, door closing and everything just seems to be perfect. I was very impressed with the interior. I'd probably do something different with the shifters. I like basically using a smart stick on the stock, but everything here seems to be just as good as it can be. The one thing I'd probably want to do is get rid of the door handles against aero. I would probably have the kind that pop out. This car has got lots of stuff going for it. I think that it's not the speed demon that you're going to find with like a Tesla or something like that. They've even concentrated on speed. But at the end of the day, this has got plenty of things that are going to make people happy. By the way, one of the things we just found out is that the rear seat is cooled. So here we are on the interior. I did have a chance to sit in the rear seat, and actually Corey, when he was filming the drive, was back here. The rear seats seem fine to me. They're leather, obviously, and having cooled seats in the back, especially in a place like Vietnam, is really worthwhile. Front seats and the instrumentation, I think are just like world class. I like the fact that they've moved all the instrumentation to the center like Tesla. I think that's the best way to do it now. After looking at all the different options, that's the one I like the best. When we were driving it, the AC worked just fine. It kept us nice and cool, and it's plenty hot out here. So let's kind of like do a quick wrap up. At the end of the day, this is I think a winner. I've gone through the plant. This isn't a fake. This is the real deal. They got 9 million square feet to build product here. I think that there's no end of opportunities for these guys once they hit the U.S. market. I think especially GM and Volkswagen are going to have a real hard time keeping up with this. And to me, it's brilliant that they got the job done in such a short period of time, and the fact that they've come up with such a genius vehicle. ここでちょっとVINFASTについてご紹介しましょう。このVINFASTですね、本拠地をシンガポールに置いている新しい EV メーカーなんですけども、その実態は実はベトナムの巨大グループ企業VINグループの中の EV 事業なんですね。今回のVINFASTで市場参入するんです。そして自らをグローバルインテリジェントモビリティカンパニーと言っていまして、それは単純にね EV を作るだけではなくて、そのインテリジェント、つまり AI だとかソフトウェアを軸足にしたモビリティカンパニーだと言っています。で、先ほど見ていただいたこのデビューを飾る VF8 という SUV なんですけども、これもスマート EV というふうに言ってましたよね。で、今回のものはまだプリダクションのものだそうなんですけども、このまんま売ってもいいぐらいな感じに見えますよね。で、そのサンディも言ってました。これがですね、アメリカに来たらもう GM もフォルクスワーゲンも太刀打ちできないねって言ってましたね。で、ボディの立て付けとかもですね、サンディがこれ完璧だっていうぐらいですから、もうはっきり言ってね、テスラなんかより良さそうですよね。で、ベトナムにもう84万平米の最新鋭の工場をすでに建設済みで、そこではですね、ゆくゆくはEV が50万台、年間50万台、E バイクが年間50万台の生産キャパシティになるそうです。そしてさらに、すでに決まっていることでですね、そのアメリカのノースカロライナ州、ここにも自社のですね、EV 工場をすでに建てるということが決まっていて、2024年に稼働する予定だそうです。そこでは年間15万台の EV を作って、自社のバッテリーもそこで作るということなんです。
ですよ。ね、ですからグローバルに本気なこのVINFAST、実はすでにですね、そのハワイでこの間行われたそのアイアンマンレース、有名ですよね。あれのメインスポンサーとしてね、冠をつけてるんですね。でもすでに来年の同じ大会も、スポンサーを続けてやるということを発表しています。では次に気になるこの車のシステムを見てみましょう。
So Hugh and I have now jumped into one of the other vehicles. There's quite a crowd here, and they're all jumping around. And Hugh, can you kind of set us up, bring us through all of the stuff that goes on here?
Sure. So one of our unique features that we're one of our core competitive advantages are smart services.
Yeah.
And when we say our smart services, it's the connected infotainment system that is integrated into this center screen here. So I'll just go through some of the basics, and if you have any questions, feel free to play around and ask.
Sure.
So one thing is we've got visuals. So here's the lights. So if you want to turn on the lights, it shows you where the lights go. Your fog lights, so you see them light up. You can turn them off or use a model. So it's very visual from that perspective.
Yeah.
Simple controls there for drive mode. So from a drive mode perspective, we've got eco, normal, and sport. So if you want to be more eco-friendly, you can choose eco mode. You get a little bit better range. You want to be a speed double on you get the sport mode that you can achieve our 5.5 second 0 to 60 time. Creep mode, this is really if you really want the vehicle to move forward. If you let go of the brake, you can turn it on or off. Some people like on, some people like off. Regen, we got 2 settings here that you can do with your driving style. Now, the good thing with all this is it is OTA software, so we can continuously update the software to cater to the feedback we get from consumers.
Well, I'll tell you what my preference is. One pedal driving, as far as I'm concerned, is that's the best way to go. After a while, you get really, really used to one pedal driving. Yeah. It's like when you go from a clutch to an automatic, yeah.
We do have a HUD. So one thing, unique nature on this, we can turn on the HUD. I'm not sure if you can even catch the screen, but we have.
Well, actually, we got it before, and I said it's the first HUD that I've been able to use in bright sunlight.
Okay.
So we've had a couple of other HUD systems that just absolutely were useless. This one here is like being in an F-18.
Very, user-friendly interface that you can keep your hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. You don't always have to, obviously, the speeds repeated here and the battery percentage. You can add different infotainment or navigation commands that you can see through the HUD. Okay.
And that's one of the reasons I like the HUD, because looking over, I didn't really care for, but with a HUD, I can see what I need to see. I can see how fast am I going? Where am I going? All that stuff is popped up there. I think it's a brilliant idea.
So then your steering wheel controls you can adjust here. There's also mirrors. So everything is basically touch. So you touch the mirrors, you can adjust the mirrors. You can open the hood, open the lift gate on this. Your seats. This one does have your ventilated seats. It's a plus version, so you can cool yourself. The rear guy can heat him or herself. So you can have different settings, and I'm not sure if you feel the cooling coming
I can feel it right now.
Yes.
Actually, it's fabulous. It's going up my shirt, and I'm happy as a clam because it's hot here.
Right, so you cannot cool this one because obviously that's the center. So this is a plus version. The Eco version has heated seats only front. So then you get the AC control here. You can do max AC, and then it'll automatically jump up to 6. Adjust that, so it's very visual. Okay, you can do auto. So we're making it much more friendly, user friendly, and taking in the consumer preference to adjust this. So this will be customizable to your preference. We got media, your standard Bluetooth and connectivity here. EV, which shows the state of the battery. Expected range, temperature, and percentage and everything's unlocked your charge store. So everything is really very user friendly, customer experience, and we'll keep on continuing to improve on it. So one thing I do want to indicate is we do have also voice recognition. Hey VinFast, open sunroof.
And there we go.
If your eyes on the road, you don't want to touch this, you just open sunroof and you can say, Hey VinFast, close sunroof. It didn't really recognize, but it understood what I meant. So it's a voice recognition system that will adapt to your, speaking tone as well. Hey VinFast, turn temperature to 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Setting at 80 degrees.
Or if you don't want to say VinFast, you can actually just press this button here. Do I need an umbrella in Detroit, Michigan?
It is most likely not raining in Detroit, Michigan, currently. The temperature is 54 degrees Fahrenheit with moderate northwesterly winds.
Wow, I kind of like that.
And then, it's a, hey, VinFast, I'm hot.
Temperature down.
So it'll adjust the temperature down for you. So there's a host that smart service features that we're continuing to improve, customize on, and again, it's fully OTA capable, so you can update your software.
Let me try something. Hey VinFast, drop the temperature to 71. It's hot at 78 or 80. Yeah.
Setting at 71 degrees.
Very good. I like this car already.
so it's not so because we're working with the voice engine and we have several parties working with. We're not going to limit it to robotic speech, right? It's going to be human speech where you can talk and use phrases like you heard me say, "Do I need an umbrella?" or something like that, where it's not just follow something phrase that you need to.
Well, we've already had a couple of problems using common speech with some of your competition, and I got super duper frustrated. So this is kind of a good deal. How about changing the settings and stuff like that? I saw some stuff that.
Sure. Let me show you what our ADAS functions are. So drive aids, we got adaptive cruise, ISA, intelligent speed adaptation. So there's all this ADAS features that we're rolling out. 360 camera, highway assist, lane change, lane center, adaptive cruise control, traffic sign recognition, so it can tell you that, hey, you're going too fast, or whatever you want to say. There's collision avoidance, so we do have all the forward collision warning, and this is our kind of level 2 plus ADAS auto parking, smart summon, rear cross traffic alert. There's also a function where if you open the door, there's someone coming, it'll alert you that there's someone coming. So from a settings perspective, there's quite a bit here. You're pairing your device, Wi-Fi, if you want to connect to Wi-Fi, which we are connected right now. This is when we get certification, this will be on all for Amazon Alexa and also VinFast voice recognition. All your terms of volumes of what media, tone, equalizer, focus. So if you want to kind of push the volume to the back where your kids or other folks want to hear and you want to be a little bit more quiet, you can do that. So you move to wherever you want. From a display perspective, you can see the trip on what the odometer and what your usage is. Easy access. Do you want easy child presence? We do have ambient lighting, a lot of different options here. You can't really see it in red. You can see it's kind of purple, red right now underneath the door trim here.
Oh yeah.
So you can adjust ambient lighting, obviously languages. We have a lot of languages from that and information on the vehicle. So there's a lot of things that a consumer can play with on our smart services and features. You can schedule for service. There's a lot of things here: the tire pressure, your seat belts. This is detecting him in the back and the rear. You and I. Any alerts if your vehicle health has any issues, you can definitely get that done. So that's where even surround view camera. So 360. Front, driver side, and we're still fine tuning everything here. These are again still pre-production.
They got a trailer thing
too.
A
trailer sway. Kind of to hit your hitch there. I'm horrible in terms of backing up to my hitch, but that would come in handy for me. So a lot of functions and features here, and if you're stationary, you can play games, listen to media, Obviously, you can't do that while you're driving, but when you're stationary waiting for someone and kind of going through some items, then you can play with these apps here.
Cool.
I've been driving this myself for a month, and to me, it's an everyday driver. Very comfortable ride.
Well, we only obviously went around the track a few times, both Corey and I, and we thought it handled like as well as 90% of the vehicles out there, regardless whether they're ICE or EV. It's not and you're not focusing on that. This isn't going to be something like classified as a race car. You're not going to be buying a Model S Plaid with this. But 99% of the population really doesn't like to go over the speed limit. So I'm pretty sure that this is going to be a big seller for the average person that's going to want a car. And I really think that the bigger market, the Volkswagens, the GMs and stuff like that, they're going to have a hard time keeping up with this thing. I'm very, very impressed. So with that, we'll just...
Do you want me to show you the mobile app?
Oh, yeah.
Every day you want to start, 8 o'clock, and you want to make sure your car, turns on the HVAC and keeps the temperature cool. You can set it. You can open up the sunroof. You can open up the door. You can lock the car. Your car is lost in a parking lot. How do you see it? How do you find it? Well, you can honk it. You can flash it. You can manage your battery subscription. You can manage your how much do you want to charge? 80%, 90%. You can do that remotely. You can book service appointment. You can book roadside assistant. So yeah, it's full of features.
Any last comments for the audience?
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is a car that for, like you said, the ordinary driver, ordinary person that we're heading on to take on some of the more traditional OEMs, and we operate at a very quick speed, so taking consumer input and do, like I said, this car is OTA capable, so we're able to continuous update and improve on the software, but focusing really on smart mobility.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And a lot of things are standard. I mean, four-wheel drive, dual motor, doesn't matter across the board. It's all standard.
Yeah, so that was a lot of questions, like why didn't we offer a front-wheel drive and a rear-wheel drive? We are standard, like Sanjay said, all-wheel drive. Not that we're not exploring other variants, but we figured that all-wheel drive gives a good performance and handling, so it's the right one to launch. First.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of other people make mistakes. They think that somehow if you've got a million options, a million people will buy, but in actuality, most people don't need a whole lot of options. Right. What they want is a car that's going to be reliable and feed their feed their normal expectations. So yeah. So anyway, with that, let's wrap it up. Thanks very much for watching. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you, Shanji. And we'll be talking to you some more here at VinFast. Bye-bye.
この VinFast の VF8 の他にですね、おそらく同じプラットフォームを使っているんじゃないかと思われる VF9 っていうのも発表されてますね。そしてサンディが言うようにですね、テスラみたいにめちゃめちゃもう加速が速いとかっていうんではないですねと言ってましたけども、それでもね、0から60マイルまでは 5.5 秒。これはもう普通の車にしたら非常に速い方ですよね。で、またテスラをね、すごく本当によく研究してるなと思うんですけども、この中央のね、そのインフォテインメントディスプレイ、このタッチパネルでですね、ほとんどのことができてしまいますね。そしてこの HUD ヘッドアップディスプレイですね、これ HUD とも言いますけれども、これがあってですね、そのドライバーはディスプレイの方に目をそらさなくても、一番重要なその情報はですね、目の前に見えるということですね。で、これはもうテスラにもないことですからね、素晴らしいと思うんですけども、それもですね、よくある波動はですね、明るい時はですね、あんまりよく見えないというのがあるんですけども、この VinFast のは、非常に輝度が高くて、ベトナムの灼熱の太陽の中でもはっきり見えるとサンディも褒めていましたね。で、そして何よりこのシステムをですね OTA オーバージエアのですね無線アップデートができるというんですね。だから驚きですよね。 ベトナムからの新規参入メーカーがいきなり OTA です。ね、これってなかなか今までの大メーカーでも苦労している部分なんですけどね。ここはね、素晴らしいと思います。もう本当にインテリジェントモビリティカンパニーそのものですね。で、あとその音声認識なんかもね、非常に自然言語でうまくできていましたよね。まだまだこれから良くなるって言ってましたけども、大きなターゲットのマーケットとしてね、アメリカがあるわけですから、そのアメリカン・イングリッシュで結構自然にね、できていたと思います。で、さらによくできているのはスマホアプリですよね。これもね、テスラを本当によく研究しているというか、本当に多くのね、機能がね、搭載されています。で、このアプリ経由でリモートでいろんな予約もね、サービスとかもできますし、いろんなリモートで操作もね、車の操作もできますし、もう本当にね、多機能なんですよね。で、本当にこの部分を見ると、このVINFASTっていうのはソフトウェアに強い会社なんだな、ということを感じます。ね、どうですか？このVINFASTもね、すでに日本市場参入もね、発表してます。いつ来るんだかまだわかりませんけどね。この最初からこの内容でですね、その価格も非常に魅力あるものになったとしたら、結構売れるかもしれないなと思うんですけども、あなたはどう思いますかね。今までは中国の車だとか韓国の車の話をよくしてきましたけども、これだけじゃなくてね、これからはその東南アジアとかインドとか、そういったところからもね、新しい車、新しいメーカーが日本にも参入してくるんだと思います。もうこの自動車の世界っていうのはね、この EV の時代になっても大変革ですよね。本当に楽しみです。では、また。